ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। From verses 8 to 12, Krishna is narrating 20 virtues. These 20 itself he calls as jnana. Earlier he defined jnanam to be understanding the difference between kshetra and kshetrajna. Understanding the pure consciousness is different from the matter equipments. That is called jnanam, he said earlier. And now he is giving this 20 and then calls this 20 virtues itself to be jnana. Possessing this 20 virtues itself is jnana. Why he is saying that is, without this 20, you will not be able to understand what is given there earlier. And we find it so difficult to make the connection. Because for all of us, jnanam is what? You speak, I understand. Isn't it? There's no big difficulty. Maximum difficulty you will have is only to understand the word meaning. That's about it. If you understand the word meaning, there's nothing complex here. You see, only problem is the question of, they say, semantics. That's all it is. What is the meaning here? What is mind? Our mind is this. Understood. Desires, likes and dislikes, emotions, feelings, impulses. Mind. 2.5 marks. 5 points, you write 2.5 marks. But then, do you really understand? Now, the knowledge is very simple. All that the Guru has to tell you is Tattvamasi. Right? But this knowledge to be received, retained, assimilated, and transforming you to happen, it demands a particular climate. It demands something there. The Guru will come and sow the seed. But for the seed to grow, the soil should be ready. If the soil is not ready, sowing the seed is a waste. That's why the farmers, first thing they do is what? Not sow the seeds. They don't start with it. They start with loosening up the soil, plowing. Loosen the soil first. Prepare the soil first. And today the problem is not the lack of knowledge or lack of access to the knowledge. Okay. It's all available. You people don't have to waste your time coming all the way and sit. Even I don't have to come all the way. It's all waste of time. Google it. You will get the entire knowledge. In fact, you will get much, much more than what is needed. That wasn't the case about 500 years back. You know, 1,000 years back, that's not the case. If there's a great Mahatma living in Whitefield, by the time you get to know there is a Mahatma living in Whitefield, to you who is living in Basavangudi, would have taken 15 years that there is such a person living there. Right? Not to talk about a person living in Bombay. Your grandson will know. Right? And even if they go by foot or bullock cart, travel, what you are going to do? Access is not there. Access to the gurus and access to that knowledge was very limited. Today, the access to the gurus and access to the knowledge is plenty. The problem is access to the student is the drought is there. There's no problem with reference to the lack of gurus now. Too many gurus, very less students. Earlier, the people used to go and search out the guru and invite them. Today, we have to send invitation to the audience to attend the lectures. And then we have to send reminder. One fellow is calling and saying, "You didn't send me the reminder." I said, "What?" As though it is my duty to remind that fellow. Today's problem is not the lack of gurus, lack of knowledge. Too much of gurus now. But what is lacking today, sir? Earlier, Sishyas would be going in search of the gurus. Today, gurus are going in search of Sishyas. And in that, gurus were pathetic failures. In those days, Sishyas were very successful. They find. And today, after years of effort, he says it's a failure. Can't find one Sishya. Why? Remember, it's not the lack of knowledge. The problem is not the lack of knowledge. It's not the lack of medicine. Then what is it, sir? It's a lack of preparation. There's lack of these virtues. Medicine is not the issue. Diet is the problem. Without going through any dietary restrictions, lifestyle changes, if you give me the medicine, that should resolve my disease. That should give me solution. Don't ask me to do everything. That's why there's a gate crash whenever the teacher takes the total responsibility. All that you have to do is come, I will take care. You don't have to do anything. Surrender to me, I'll take care. This is a big philosophy today. Why? Not because that's the truth. It is because of your lack of effort. You don't want to put in effort. You come to Vedanta, it says entire responsibility is on your shoulders. No takers. The guru will not do anything here. Don't expect the guru to do anything. The teacher is not going to do anything. At best, teachers' presence can do certain things. But that will also be only the initial stages. You see? That's why these lectures we organize only for 5 days. If you organize for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, what will happen? From the very first day, no one will be there. Oh, you are having it on weekdays? Yes, the teaching also should happen only in the weekend, is it? A concert or what? It's amazing to see, People don't come. Everybody is surprised. Oh, in Bangalore we had a full crowd. Why? All unemployed. All unemployed fellows. Retired. One group is unemployed, another group is retired. Don't know what to do. Don't take seriously. Very good audience. One of the best of all the audiences we have seen in the world. So many centers we have seen. Now, one of the best we have is Bangalore audience. As far as receiving the knowledge is concerned, right? But does that create the transformation? The transformation to happen, these virtues are a must. It's not that if you have it, it is better. It's not better. It's compulsory. You see, between receiving knowledge and the virtues, first priority should be given to these virtues. Number one. Number two, even if your knowledge that you are receiving were to be of poor quality knowledge, still, if you possess these virtues, the poor quality knowledge will bring about the transformation. Even if you were to get the highest minus these virtues, nothing will happen. Even if you get kamsi kamsa, 50-50 knowledge is there, transformation guaranteed if you have these qualities. So without these qualities, kshetrajna jnanam is of no use. That's why these 20 qualities gives. Don't worry, in the 16th chapter is going to give another 26. 70th chapter also he is going to give. 18th chapter also is going to give. Every chapter you will find now. From 13th chapter onwards, in fact, he started 12th chapter, 35. And now he is giving 20. And then again another 26. Goes on and on and on. Why these qualities? Without these qualities, it is impossible to receive the knowledge. Even if you receive the knowledge, it will not bring about the transformation which is supposed to happen in you. So if you come back and saying, sir, I've been attending the classes, I've been studying, I'm not seeing any change in me, or I'm not seeing any change in the person who is attending the classes or learning this, if nothing is happening, all that it means is they are lacking qualities. Effort. Effort towards what? Effort has to be in the direction of building these qualities. Even if you are not able to understand Vedanta, doesn't matter. Who cares? Would be the stand of the Guru. Because he says, if you do not understand Vedanta, I am there to help you. Right? If you are lacking these qualities, even a Jagat Guru can't do anything. You can be moving around the Jagat Guru. At best, what will happen to you? Vidyaranya says, if you are with a Guru, few things will happen to you. Number one, guarantee for food. You do not have to worry about your next meal if you are around a Guru. In physically, not mentally. Then food also will come mentally. Mentally, I am with the Guru. Mentally, food will come. You have to eat mental food. Food is guaranteed. Then, one more thing guaranteed. What is it, sir? Huh? What? What product? Food is coming, no? All protection. What more you need? Guarantee food. What else happen? Guaranteed. 100% guarantee. What comes? Undeserving respect. The respect which you don't deserve, actually. It's not you. Because of that guru, you also get what? That extra, respect. Why do you respect somebody? Now, what is the respect with which, Anjanath came to receive me in 97, railway station? He was there, no? You're the one. No? He was there, 97, to receive me. He doesn't even know who the fellow coming is. And the train was late. It was really late. It came around 1:30 in the night, which is supposed to reach by 9 o'clock. I don't know whether he went home and came back. Where? Sitting there in the railway station. It's not even airport. The railway station, you have to sit. Pandurangan and S.V. Manjunath. And I had only S.V. Manjunath's phone number. Landline. One fellow sitting next to me in the train asking me, do you know who is coming to receive you? I said, I don't know. Does he know you? He also doesn't know. Train is late. I said, yeah, late. Don't you have to call his house? I said, he will be in the station. No, if I call the home, who's going to be there to receive? No clue. You have to stand there and waiting for somebody. For what? Because of Ishwaran. Why you were standing there? Because of me? What is the proof? I've been traveling, every month. Has any one of you come to receive me? Huh? You don't even know when I'm going, when I'm coming. Even if you know, okay, send off. Nothing. Why that is there? Standing there. Why? That value is not because Ishwaran deserves it. It is only because of what? Association with the Guru. Respect is guaranteed. The whole world will respect you as long as you are in the vicinity of the guaranteed. That's what he calls Vidyaranya. Food is guaranteed. Second one guarantee. What is the second guarantee? Respect is guaranteed. Undeserving respect, he calls it as. You don't deserve anything. It's not yours. It's not your own. You see, because of the association. All these things you will get. But transformation, will it happen? He says, growth is not guaranteed. Yes, all this is guaranteed. These two things are guaranteed to you. One more thing he calls as guarantee, which I don't want to touch upon. Taniya. Respect, food, security, guaranteed. You don't have to worry. Taken care of. But what is not guaranteed? Growth is not guaranteed, evolution is not guaranteed, realization is not guaranteed. Why? Not because of the caliber of the Guru. It has got nothing to do with the quality of knowledge, the power of knowledge. It's not that knowledge, please. Then what is it, sir? It is to do with your preparation. How you are going to prepare to receive that knowledge? 20 qualities he gives. Develop that. Develop the 20 qualities. Even if you say that I am not interested in developing, even if you say that I am not interested in evolution, still you need these 20 qualities. For what? For the simple reason that if you have to live your life as human beings beyond animals, the pleasures, the happiness possibilities which can be experienced by human being beyond animal, because seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, all that pleasures were available for animals also. Resting, they also have. So all the joy, happiness, pleasures possible by animal kingdom, if you have to get beyond, then you need these 20 qualities. Without these qualities, you can never taste what it is to experience the joys of human life, the joy of human existence. I ask, okay, how are we to develop it now? That's a question. Next question is this. We have seen why you have to develop. If you are interested in the knowledge, you have to develop. If you say, I'm not interested in knowledge, you have to develop. Okay. Now, how am I to develop it? To develop that knowledge, first, to develop these virtues, two-step effort. The first step is you must know what to develop. That's the biggest problem. First problem is that you don't even know what qualities to be developed. That's where knowledge comes and helps you. That's why he is giving the list. Because if you see in the list, he would be giving the list in two brackets. All the qualities. Of course, when you go to the 16th chapter, he makes it very clear. Two categories he makes it. Daivim Sampat and Asurim Sampat. What needs to be acquired and what needs to be renounced, dropped. What needs to be added in you and what needs to be deleted in you. There are certain qualities which needs to be deleted, which needs to be taken out of the system. And there are certain things which needs to be added to you. You need to acquire. So these 20 qualities when he is speaking, he will refer that in different dimensions. Amanitvam, Adambitvam, no damba. Which means what? The damba quality of yours should be deleted. Acharya upasanam. Service to the Acharya should be acquired. Don't say Acharya upasanam should be deleted. Hala delete panna. It's supposed to be acquired. And who is saying that? That's the best part of it. Acharya upasanam is said by whom? Acharya says. What conviction they must be having to say that, God to serve me. No, I'll serve him. Not allowed. I'm serving the world. I don't care. You're wasting your time. I'm going and doing this. I'm doing all waste of time. You come and massage my feet. That's correct. This is okay, huh? That's what he says. Acharya upasana. So you go to worship. Upasana is worship. You have to worship that Acharya. Worshipping other things not allowed. Some qualities needs to be added, some needs to be deleted, because both are existing there. So you need that jnanam to identify what needs to be added and what needs to be deleted. And what needs to be added at one stage might had to be deleted at another stage. You see, in one stage, correct. On the other stage, wrong. A 6 months old child going to the mother for milk is correct. 16-year-old goes. Relationship remains the same, no? Relationship doesn't change. But still, what is appropriate at one stage becomes inappropriate in the other stage. But you can't have a fixation like that. Since life is so fluid, so much of change is happening, you have to understand what needs to be added, what needs to be deleted. From where you are going to gain that knowledge? How will you get to know that, sir? This is where Dharma Shastras comes into picture. Dharma Shastra's job is this. Why we need Dharma Shastras? Because of this reason. Because on your own, for you to define what virtues, you will not have that clarity. Since you cannot do it on your own, you need assistance. That assistance is provided by whom? Shastra. When you say Shastra, which Shastra? Because everything is a Shastra. Directly, if you want to get it, go to this Dharma Shastras. Dharma Shastra, the book of Code of Conducts. There they give. Depending upon the station and position of yours, it will be calculated and provided. Exactly like how we provide your BMI index. Your age, male, female, weight, height, this is the index. Isn't it? Parameters. Same way, these people take these parameters. Which station you are and what is your position in life. Where are you standing as an individual? Vertical, horizontal. Vertical calculation is what? Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasa. Vertical, individual. Then social. What is social, sir? 4 categories. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. So then what happens now? Index. Now it is very simple. Brahmana, Brahmachari. What to acquire, what not to acquire, what to reject. Kshatriya, Brahmachari. Vaishya, Brahmachari. Shudra, Brahmachari. Same way you add for all others. This is the code of conduct. This is what Dharma Shastra is all about. It will pinpoint. It will direct you. It will show what is to be done. But remember, always I have told you, knowledge will not bring change. Knowledge will show. By studying Dharma Shastra, nothing will happen to you, please. Why? By the study of Dharma Shastra, you will get to know what is what. A general guidance, a broad outline. And then comes specifically for you as an individual, if you have to give, you got to chart it out. Don't ask another person. But can you chart out? Because it will become a vicious cycle. You are going to the Dharma Shastras only because you are not able to decipher. And Dharma Shastras cannot be giving you things specific to you as an individual. It can give only a broad category. So, if you want to be a leader, there are certain principles, leadership qualities. But then you say, I want to be a leader in this, here, there. Now you tell me, certain things may not be applicable to you in that context. Like what it is to lead an organization which is 20 employees organization is very different from 200, is very different from 2000, is very different from 20,000. Correct? No? When there are 20, everyone will know everyone. Once you go to 20,000, what will happen? Most of the times that the CEO of the company will not even know where all the branches exist. Starbucks. If you go and ask who is the Starbucks owner, Starbucks. Huh? Don't know. Call him and ask. Okay, Ratan Tata, you call. Ask him. I want to buy your car. Can you tell me near Hebbal where is your showroom? He'll say what? In Bangalore, there's an area called Hebbal where I'm living. Do you have a showroom there? Will he know? Can you inform that manager that I'm coming? He will not even know how. Does he have a branch in Bangalore? Should be there. Hubli. In Hubli, is it there? He doesn't even know. That doesn't mean he is not controlling. Of course, he is controlling. But still what? The dynamics are different. However, there are certain principles which are all constant. So those principles is what you learn from this management, leadership. There are certain principles. You learn that. Same way, Dharma Shastras will give the knowledge of these virtues. Knowledge of the virtues itself will not bring about a change. But without that knowledge of the virtues, you cannot work also. So there is another aspect. So one aspect is, if you have to evolve, you need this Brahma Vidya. If this Brahma Vidya, this knowledge of Brahman, knowledge of Kshetra, Kshetrajna to be assimilated by you, you need certain virtues. For the development of those virtues, you need another knowledge. You see that? Don't come to Brahma Vidya. Sir, isn't it Brahma Vidya will give that? No. You're all with me? How we are analyzing is this. You have to evolve. Evolution is possible only with the jnanam. What jnanam? Kshetrajnayor jnanam. That jnanam to be assimilated, you need these virtues. What sort of virtues, sir? Virtues were of two types. Certain things to be acquired, certain things to be rejected, renounced. How will you know what is to be acquired, what is not to be acquired? What is a virtue? You need knowledge. This knowledge is different from that knowledge. Remember that. That's why I'm saying this knowledge you can get only from Dharma Shastras. Okay. If you are an expert in Dharma Shastra, will that guarantee your evolution? No. Without that Dharma Shastra, can you grow? No. With it, no guarantee. Without it, not possible. Okay. So far clear? Yes.
Dharma Shastra means Bhagavad Gita.
No. Bhagavad Gita la Brahma Vidya category.
So Dharma Shastra.
Dharma Shastra is where like the Smritis we have, no? Puranas, Smriti, Itihasas, all other lower order of texts. Wherever Brahman is not discussed directly. Right. But from where Dharma Shastras have derived? From Brahma Vidya only. You see, it's all derived from there. Upanishads and the Vedas were the source. But then it's derived from there and given here. Like pure science and applied science, which is what we call as technology. Do you use pure science or you use technology? Technology only we all use. Correct? Correct, Abba, scientist. There are two no. He will say, see, science Allah, you should not talk. He's doing postdoc, தெரியுமா? Now he is giving me, coaching. Ishwaran is a good teacher. It's a naranda. All time, Correct, no time. Yes. You know what? He was like this when I saw. Now I have to look at it. I said, don't come anywhere near me. If he's standing, I have to look up and talk to him. I said, there was a time when he was looking up to me and talking. Brahma Vidya is like mathematics. Then pure science. Then technology. Okay? Vedas, mathematics. Bhagavad Gita, pure science. Dharma Shastras and other texts are all technology. Then most practical ones, utility based, direct application. Mathematics has no direct application. That's why, however you study mathematics, now with that, what are you going to do? But still, we say what? It is such an important subject. That's why nowadays, a lot of people are saying, now, why mathematics? Stop. I said, it's not good actually. That's a link. You get it? Yes.
So Dharma Shastras, to understand it, again you need the guru.
No. Dharma Shastras doesn't require a guru and all that.
Very for us today, I'm saying. It is still very disconnected.
Disconnected only because it is not available in the language. That's all it is.
So
it's only words, language. Somebody took what interpret it and give you. And that's not a very big, complex one. Number two is these Dharma Shastras, technologies keeps changing.
That was my next question.
Isn't it? It keeps changing. Imagine today somebody comes and brings out a CV with, I'm an expert in COBOL. Will you get me a job? IT. COBOL, தெரியுமா? Imagine one fellow comes and says, I've studied COBOL, sir. I know COBOL. Can you give me a job in your company? COBOL தெரியுமாடா? He'll say, what? COBOL? Gopal, I know. COBOL. That technology is gone now. You see, it's not available. Now, nobody is using it. Now, today, to have that material about COBOL and say that, I am starting an institute to teach COBOL, if I say, who will come and join? It's outdated. You see, the technologies will keep changing. That needs to be upgraded and changed as per the time, place. That's why I told you, those Dharma Shastras that we have as a textbooks today, we're having this index. In this index today, perhaps one is available. Brahmacharya, Grahastha, Sannyasa available. Vanaprastha not there. Okay, out. Then Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, where is that? If I ask you, what are you? Are you a Brahmana? Are you a Kshatriya? Are you a Vaishya? Are you a Shudra? If I ask, what is a on what basis your answer is going to be? Suppose if you take a position, sir, I don't believe in all that. That means you are what? That means that textbook becomes irrelevant to your context. The technology is out of context today. You see, so you need to create a system today where people have certain parameters. Now, who can decide? Who decides that? Who should be giving that frame? Who will give that frame? Okay, who gave that frame? Sages means who? The evolved souls. Those who were better than you. The Kavis, the poets. Kalidasa is an authority. Kamban was an authority. Isn't it? They're poets. But their words, their statements, their presentations had certain values. It had certain power. Similarly, today you have to find out who is a Kavi, who is a sage, who is a Rishi. You got to find that person and figure out from them. Like that's how this Manusmriti you would have heard of. Manusmriti begins. The sage Manu who was sitting. A few rishis go to that Manu and ask him certain questions. Ask him to provide certain clarity on certain aspects. He gives his answers. Those questions and answer is called Manusmriti. Now we have translated that as code of conduct, as though Manu sat one day and decided this. That's why today everybody started talking about the constitution and the laws of the land. Legal. If it is legally not okay, only then it is not okay. If the Supreme Court judge were to decide this should be happening in the temple, then the deity in the temple has to accept. Deity of the temple has to say what? Okay, sir. So who is so powerful now? The deity says, sir, I don't want all these people, coming, disturbing me. But Supreme Court judge says, who are you to say that? To my house, who should come, who should not come, should be decided by whom? Should I decide or? No. Supreme Court will decide today. So today, God is existing or not should be defined by whom? By whom? Not by the sages, not by the rishis. Supreme Court judge. That also should be full bench. The one judge giving Allah will not accept. Immediately will go for appeal. Then full bench have to sit. For every case, you have to take the full bench only now. Things have changed. That's why there is so much of confusion. We are not having the clarity of defining who is qualified to define what. With reference to physics, can Ishwaran explain physics? Spelling Spelling will not come properly for most of the words that they use there. Can't even pronounce it properly. How can you? Because I can teach Vedanta, therefore I teach that also. No. You're not qualified. Are you qualified to talk? Huh? The BCom student is talking about the soil in India is so loose. Therefore, we cannot have bullet train. What do you know about train technology? What do you know about? Have you studied anything? No, just somebody says, somebody defines. I think that we will do. We do. Whose words has to be taken into consideration? So that's why the confusion today is because the old became outdated, but the new technology has not replaced. தமிழ் மறந்து போச்சு, தெலுங்கு வரல. Imagine, I come to oh, you're in Karnataka, no? Kannada. I forgot Tamil. Kannada I have not learned. How will I communicate? Only I have to communicate. Sign language, you will communicate. Now you have to interpret everything. That's the condition we are today. That is why these values, there is a drift. But without those values, Brahma Vidya will not work. Even though Brahma Vidya knowledge transaction goes on happening everywhere. That is happening everywhere. That is not a problem. So many people are there to give. But we are not having this. So first thing what is needed, sir? You need that knowledge. From where? Don't come to Brahma Vidya texts. You have to go to Dharma Shastras. Next aspect is, this is one aspect. Because immediately what you will do is, you will start reading Dharma Shastra. Reading Dharma Shastra is not going to bring about any change in you. Then what is going to bring about a change, sir? Effort. There has to be a conscious effort from your direction. You have to put in that, which is what we call as prayatna, effort. So first, you need jnanam. You get that jnanam through study of the ancillary texts. Dharma Shastra, if you want to translate, take it as ancillary texts. Classical literature. That's why in the Vedanta Academy syllabus, the 3-year course, the first thing we study is select English poems. What is there in the select English poems? Not philosophy. Turkey and the ant. What philosophy is there in that? There is no philosophy there. There's only value. There's only virtue, quality. What is the quality there? Do not criticize others. You are not here to judge others. That's not your job. Because when you are criticizing them, perhaps the same thing that you are accusing them, you might be doing the same mistake 1,000 times intense and still not pay any attention to it. It is not that I do another mistake, you do this mistake, therefore I am pointing out to you. No, same crime committed, but still are oblivious to it. It's a virtue, it's a quality. It's not a philosophy, please. Don't think it's philosophy. Select English poems is not philosophy. It's qualities. What is that you learn from, Letter of the Earl of Chesterfield? Letter to the Earl of Chesterfield by Samuel John Johnson. Don't be dependent on the, patents for you to do your work. You keep doing your work. And those guys will say, I'll do this, I'll do that, all big, big, big words. And this year also, these people went for the appointments. One big fellow. And the way they came out, I got a doubt. Is my assessment wrong? Yeah, like, wow, sir, this year again are taken care of. One appointment, whole thing is taken care of. Like, I said, nothing will happen. But I said, you should go. Why? Earl of Chesterfield. This guy is the Earl of Chesterfield. If less be possible with less. That's all. You don't need big people, man. Less things with the less people is enough. They also serve who stand and wait on his blindness. Passing rich with 40 pounds a year. Per annum. Per annum income of the fellow is 40 pounds. But how it's not that he's somehow surviving. It's not that. He's living what, sir? Passing rich. Is living rich life with what? 40 pounds a year. Unbelievable. How can a fellow live like that, man? It's a value. It's a virtue. Develop that. That comes through this classical literature study as a replacement for Dharmashastras. Because today, Dharmashastras, the way that was written was in that frame. Now the frame has changed. Nothing wrong with the text. Remember, now today we have started criticizing the text. Why? Because we are trying to fit in that text for today's frame. The frame has changed. Now, what do you do? Like, have you been to Vedanta Academy? How many of you have seen Vedanta Academy? Old one, not the new one, very recent one, old. Where we are having this Ganesha there, that bell tower. When the construction was happening, suddenly one day one fellow went to Swamiji and reported, Swamiji, it's not straight, it is angled. It's not straight. Jeevan Takela Solo. One fellow went and told Swamiji, one of our students only there. And he said, what? Because he doesn't like anything, not aligned. It has to be in that position, it has to be in that angle, in that position. Very, particular about all that. This fellow went and told. And after he told only, we also registered. We are going there and standing. Correct, man, it's not. Whole thing is started already construction. So I was like, demolish it, rebuild. I don't want all this. And the engineer was not like us. Okay. He is a fellow who has built dams. The KRS Dam and the Damal. He's the person who built it, and he's the one who's been consulted by those guys for measurements and all that. Possible, Swamiji, it is not. I say, can't you see, idiot? And the fellow after that he said, Swamiji, the road that you have built, no, that is not straight. Building la tappilla. What he has put is not the problem. The problem is the road is not straight. You come there and see. He goes there and sees. Road of the both. Cut the road now. Context, if the context changes, it's not the fault of that text, please. It is the reference. The references have changed. So today you cannot apply those things. So today what are you going? What do you have to use? The Dharma Shastras is not. Then what I have to use then? You have to use only the. Then what is the next effort? The next effort is the proper effort. Consciously, you got to work on certain qualities. There will be certain variations per quality, right? But there are certain standard things that you have to do for all those qualities. Irrespective of those virtues, any quality that you wanted to develop, you wanted to acquire, or you wanted to get rid of, renounce, you need this effort. What is the effort that is needed, sir? First thing that is needed here is to understand the value of that quality. What is the value addition of that quality in your life? By possessing that quality or by renouncing that quality, what is going to be the value addition? What do you gain from that? Which is what we refer as prayojanam. Because all of us will get motivation to do something only if you understand what is the usefulness. What's the use of it? All of us ask that question. Now, you cannot say non-utilitarian you have to pursue. Non-utilitarian pursuit is applicable where? Brahma Vidya. Only in Brahma Vidya that is possible. Don't come here and say non-utilitarian I have. No. That is not possible. That's an impossibility. Right? At best, what you can do here is do not look for immediate benefit. Right? Do not look for instant benefit. That is correct. It is not that one day you go to gym and to next day you look at your biceps. It doesn't work like that. Right? It will take time. But definitely you get that motivation to exercise looking at who? That's why they have all the pictures, no? There. You've seen the pictures in the gym? Have all those big pictures. And no clue you have about what happened to those guys when they became little old. How old are you?
75.
75. You don't require 4 fellows to carry you, no? He's walking, climbing the steps, walking, coming. I have a video of a guy who has the world record for weightlifting. World record. He needs to be carried because his legs have become worn out completely. It's gone completely. He cannot stand. Will you put that picture? Ask a fellow to work on the legs? No. You have to show the picture of that fellow when he was in his peak. Got his muscle, man. It's defined. That is inspiring. In fact, that's the principle behind all the advertisements. All the advertisements you see, no? What is it? What does it do? Those advertisements keep on telling you again and again and again what? How my product is more useful, better quality than the others. That's what is said. All that you have to do is what? Dirty cloth, put inside, comes out pure white. The only mistake the fellow done was the same thing same pictures he has put in Middle East. Product was a total failure. Why? Because they read reverse, no? They thought bright white cloth, wash, it comes out. Advertisement. Dangerous, What is all advertisements? Same thing. Look at my product is that experience that you can have of viewing the match, viewing the programs from my TV is going to be, there is a my TV, MI. Don't think I'm, brand ambassador for that. No word we are able to use now. This is the best. My daddy's big car. No big car. Esteem. A big car. Why? Owner's pride, neighbor's envy. So what you have to do? Your job is what in life? Make everyone around you envious of you. Say, how can you live with those people? Imagine everyone around you is jealous of you. How can you survive there? That's not our problem. This is what? Everybody, I am pride now. What is it, sir? All those things. Same way, when you come to the qualities, this is where the problem is. The problem is, what is the value addition of the qualities that you need to acquire? You don't understand. Whereas the qualities that needs to be renounced by you, you understand. Presence of that qualities gives a value addition to you. That is why you are not renouncing it. Lying and speaking the truth. Correct? You do lie, right? Why do you lie? Huh? Why do you lie? There is a value addition, no? You are avoiding so many things. I know why he is calling, and I'm not having an answer. I don't want to give an answer. Therefore, what do you say? Tell him I'm not there. And your child is sitting in the corner listening to it. And you're telling your wife, tell him I'm not there. Before your wife could take the call, that fellow takes a call and says, Dad says he's not there. And then you tell the child, speak the truth. The child says what? What are you doing? Why? Because we do not understand what is the value addition of speaking the truth in your life. Whereas all of us understand there is a value addition in lying. Now, which one you will promote? That which is understood by you as a value addition, or the one which is not value adding, sir? So the first effort here is what? Proper effort starts with constant reinforcement of the prayojanam, the effect, the utility, the usefulness of that virtue in your life. And remember, usefulness of the virtues is not easy, is not visible directly. That's why it is a prayatnam, we say. That's why you need to put in conscious effort. Whereas the qualities that you need to be renouncing, artham of that is easy. Artham in the sense, the usefulness, value addition, the value of that. Visibility of the value addition of that is very easy. Whereas the artha darshanam of the virtue, this quality which needs to be added to your life, it's not easy. To make it visible, only we have this Puranas, Itihasas and all that. To magnify that and show you, because it's not easily visible. So anything which is not easily visible, we use a magnifying glass, no? Imagine a small thorn has gone in. You have to take it out. How do you take it out? It's not visible, but you can feel it. You're able to feel it, but you can't, it's not visible. Now what do you do then? You need a magnifying glass. And then it's very easy to pluck it out. You're using the same hands, but then You are not able to do that without the magnifying glass. That magnifying glass is the Puranas, which will show you. That's why we have the story of Harishchandra. What is a great value addition of speaking the truth? Because it's not visible directly. So the first thing what you have to do, prayatnam, first effort, is to see the artha. Immediately you can understand the opposite. Right. The moment we say artha, then immediately what you have to do next step, sir. Dosha darshanam also you should have. Anartha darshanam. Artha darshanam is one aspect. Next, immediately needs to be followed up by anartha darshanam. What is the loss that you will incur by not having those values? By not having satyam, what is the loss? Right. By not having the truth in you, what is the loss? Same way, by not lying, what is the loss? You should see that also. By stealing, there is a gain. By stealing, there is a loss also. No? Imagine lying, there is a gain. Similarly, when there is a gain by something, it necessarily has to have something as a loss. What is the loss? What is the loss of lying? What do you lose by lying? If you are mastered lying, you will develop trust. That's what these trainings and all they do, no? Sales training. What do you teach? Mastery over lying. Trust to develop. You can still develop. But there is something that happens which damages you permanently. This is the prayatna. You have to see that consciously. What happens to you? When you lie, you lose something. What do you lose? That's a loss. Conscience is too much. If you can register conscience, you don't need all this. You are mastered already. You will not get in all this. There is a big problem happens when you lie. Lose confidence in what? Huh?
Feel guilty.
Not put effort.
Feel guilty.
Not put effort to get over why you're lying.
That comes later. Anything you repeat becomes habit. What is comfort zone? Get into comfort zone is problem or value addition. Remember, 2 points I have told you. One is the gain. By lying, you are in the comfort zone, it's a gain. It's not a loss. It's a gain. Artha darshanam, dosha darshanam. Both should be happening parallelly. Or you put it artha, anartham. Anartham you all understand. Artham is not just wealth. Artham has so many arthams, meanings. One is this, the benefit. Artham is benefit. What is the benefit of that and what is the loss of it? There's something that you lose. Very, very dangerous. And the loss is so subtle it is not visible. It's invisible loss. What? Even after me telling you, you will not register what's happening in lying. Even if I explain also. You say, oh. What happens?
Become blind to your fault.
Particular
Aware, you're
Lying.
aware, awareness.
Remember, lying. I'm taking one example. To explain the point, I'm taking the example of
Action.
lying.
Your action is weak.
I think that's okay.
What is lying?
Distorting the truth.
There is a truth
Distorting.
which you know, but what you are saying is different. So, which means there are two in you. Correct? One who understands this is the fact. Another one distorts and presents the something else as a fact. Remember, when you're lying, you are presenting to the other person that to be the fact, which means there are two facts that you have to carry. Over a period of time, what is going to happen? If two different facts were to be presenting themselves as a fact, your personality becomes what? Divided. It divides you completely. Psychologically, you become a split personality. Split personality. One remove one onion. You know that? Ambi onion. How can you have ambi and onion in one fellow? So confusing, you know. Over a period of time, you will get confused whether what you are saying as truth or not. Forget about you confusing the world. If you are clear and you are only confusing the world, now you are a very good actor. Isn't it? That's what all these actors do. The moment the director said, start, camera, action, love will come. Cut. Gone. Correct? No? Imagine the actor and actress were to continue in the mood. Okay, love is okay. Huh? Imagine a violent scene. Huh? All these fighters were this hero and all hitting each other. Even after the fellow say cut. Action. That's a they're very clear. What is it, sir? I've got nothing to do with the person whom I am presenting to be loving or the person whom I'm presenting to be hating. Doesn't make any difference. Why? It's all acting. There's a clarity. What is outside and what is inside. But when it comes to this lying, what is the problem, sir? The dosha there is what? The dosha is it creates a split in you. Like this, you have to take every quality now. You see, quality by quality, you have to see and figure out as to how each one of that I am going to do. So, one aspect is Artha Darshanam, another aspect is Dosha Darshanam. What is the defect? What is the loss? What is the problem in that? What is wrong in this quality? Similarly, when you say that I am going to speak the truth, there is a loss. Don't think truth is always gain. No, you will lose. Are you willing to go through the loss? This is what all of us present now. All of us today started presenting the gain of lying versus the loss of Satyam. That's why today, if you talk about Harishchandra's story, we say it's all good for him, sir, but he is a dumb fellow. To be practical, you got to be practical, What is the truth and all that? See, all his life he suffered. Huh? Finally, he gets. What's the point? Duryodhana is better, no? Look at the life of Yudhishthira. I am truth. What has happened? Suffering, pain. Problem. Whereas, look at this fellow. So, it is better to be a villain than a hero. So, what are you going to be now? Die in the last scene? 2 seconds versus 2.5 hours of Maja life. Which one you will choose? This is called confusion. See, perverted thinking. Why this perversion is because of lack of clarity in terms of how to view these virtues. When you are gaining Satyam, when you are standing for Satyam, there is a gain, there is a loss. When you are lying, there is a gain, there is a loss. You have to weigh both the loss and the gain and understand which is the one that you would like to have, you prefer. And not only you should prefer, which is the one you would prefer for every one of us to have. A value is a value not only based on one personal individual, please. Imagine the same position everyone were to take, what will happen? Imagine in the family, everybody is fighting for their duties versus everyone fighting for their rights. Huh? 3 brothers are fighting, hitting each other. Why? Father and mother will be with me only. They will not be with you. Other fellow says, what nonsense. You are given this, I am giving this. They will be with me. Today the fight is what? You keep, no? I have kept for 3 months. You keep for 3 months. You are keeping 3 months when there is, there is no, summer. Now this is winter. Winter, no problem only they are getting all the time. I am taking them to hospital. Summer, there is no problem at all. Maja you are having. I am having this problem. I have this problem. Remember, values needs to be discussed, not only with reference to what is preferred by you. Immediately you have to ask this question. Imagine that same were to be the position of everyone. Imagine everyone were to take a position, lying is fine. What will happen? Imagine everyone were to take a position, speaking the truth. Which group you would love to stay with? 20 qualities we'll study, no. Every quality, what are you supposed to do? Artha darshanam, dosha darshanam. What is the value addition of having that? What is the loss of having it? What is the value addition of not having it? And what is the loss of not having it? All these 4 you have to do. Right? Step 1. You say, sir, too much of thinking. Can't do all this. Don't worry. Vedanta will give another option. The problem is, every option we are going to give you, every alternate, the efficacy of that alternates in providing you that depletes. Remember that. So first, what we have seen so far is this. I just repeat. Brahma Vidya, the Brahma Vidya alone can take you to realization. Realization, you need knowledge, Brahma Vidya. That Brahma Vidya to sink in, you need virtues. For that, you need different type of knowledge. That is the Dharma Shastras. Along with the knowledge of Dharma Shastras, you need to put in a conscious effort also. What is a conscious effort? Is of 2 types. First, what do I say? Artha Darshanam and Dosha Darshanam. All class. Okay? You can't do this. Alternates are there. But every alternative that I'm going to give you next class, diluted. Diluted one means efficiency also will be limited. Right? So remember, best is these 2. Then other things are there. Okay? We'll see you next class.